Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Thursday Night NFL Watch Party. We are glad you're here with us tonight. We're going to kick things off by doing it like we do every week. We want to thank The Live Place for hosting the NFL Watch Party tonight. Check them out here on YouTube at Dreamers Empire or The Live Place or online at theliveplace.com. They are your viewing directive for all things on the internet. A lot of great shows and content on there. Over 100 channels recognized for their content. Check out theliveplace.com. As noted, we are here for the NFL Watch Party, and we go live every Thursday night, getting a unique perspective from our fans, interaction in the chat, talking the NFL, college football, which is unique this year, and a little bit of Disney too. We have our armchair quarterbacks, the armchair coaches, as they are called. They are selected fans of specific teams who will join us throughout the season, bringing a detailed focus to each week's matchup. You've met many of them already this year. We got one more coming on with us tonight, and you're going to get to know them as the season goes on, bearing that we have a season. We're all still sitting here hoping that that will happen. It's a tremendous support to us if you would hit that like button for tonight's broadcast. If you're new to our channel, well, welcome. Please ensure you subscribe to us before you leave to be alerted on all future content. And that would apply also to the two gentlemen I'm going to bring in. You want to find out about their channels, and they are Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chief represented Myers and the Mouse, Kelly Myers, and the America's team. He is Dole Whip Dad, and he is all about the Dallas Cowboys. And he is here with us tonight. And the reason you want to follow these two gentlemen, first off, is their content is strong on their channels. Strong on their channels.
You almost had a revolt right there, Pete. I'm just saying.
Their content is strong. They do a lot of good stuff on Jeff handles a lot of stuff with creating and talking how you can grow your channels online. Kelly and Mama Mouse do a lot with creative crafting, and they both do a lot with Disney. Fantastic gentlemen, high character. And if you want to watch us during the season, you got to see all three of us because we rotate the show during the year, and that will be starting up shortly because I'm almost at my
logos too. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I know you're not happy about the logos.
I got
you know what? I'm gonna let him start because if I don't, he's gonna pout the whole time because
I'm gonna more than pout. I got way more than pout coming. So thank you,
Jeff Bates. You're up.
So. I appreciate that you go with the high character thing you say, but what the holy...
Talk about that logo that's up here. You know, that logo is because, one, I found it on the internet. Two, I wanted to actually show that I could do something. And three, he is a champion.
This is the best I've heard from him in a year and a half of the show. Muted.
All right,
He's back. Okay, God bless.
I thought
him.
it was appropriate to mute myself.
Yeah, I saw some amazing pictures today.
Of a logo to piss me off, apparently. But
No. Let's go back to actually where I'm going with this.
Uh-huh.
I saw some amazing pictures of your beautiful granddaughter today that your wife posted. That was fantastic. I was excited
You're
to
like
see.
such a pro. You could see that I was like Bugs Bunny it out, and that's a good call right there. Yes, she got to hang out with us today and worked from home like a lot of us are right now, and then you just try to ruin my day. I'm not going to let you.
Not going to let me. That's a good thing. Myers and a Mouse in the house, air-conditioned house. It's fixed. It's working. Thank God. God bless. He's comfortable. He is relaxed, and he is here today.
Mama Mouse is cool, so Dad's out of the doghouse. So
Dad's in a sweatshirt. That's how I know the air conditioning's working. It's
Mama's a polar bear. She kills me.
Mama.
Fun night tonight. We're going to talk with one of our coaches very shortly coming up. He's a Broncos fan. He is one of the Muppet Winners recipients, Andre Houston, who was recognized for her efforts and support in the community. Her son, AJ, is going to be one of our couch coaches this year. We'll be bringing him in just a couple minutes. But you know what? Let's start things out first the good way. Let's say hello to chat, see what's going on. Kelly, I see we got about 29, 30 of our friends in there.
I'm writing.
You're still writing?
Okay. Carlos, Disney World Freak is here. Gary B, thank you for being here. Make it blue. Big Disney fan. Dole Whip, I love the Chiefs, is here. Dre Houston, Dave Houston. It's Joey's World's here. Alex Brunner is here. Christine Hickman, Martin Memphis, Andrew Hood, Kay Outwood, Timothy Rainwaters, Corner Sports, Kadani Sean. Thank you for being here. Stacy Rogers, mod of all mods. Waka Waka is here. Good to see you. Rob Wieska, Lynn from the Lynn Project is here. And Jim with More Sunshine, please, as well. Movie Mania Nick is here, I see. Also, guys, welcome in.
I did Corner Sports.
I did.
Oh, I missed it.
Always good to see the man from Boston up there. Tommy, I hope everything's safe up there with all of our friends. A little crazy up in Connecticut, Mass, and everything with the storm that went through. Mm-hmm. And that was added to the craziness. So want to jump in and start talking about some topics, but to do so, I'm going to bring in our guest for tonight, and that is AJ. Dre, you're not locked up there, are you? There you are, brother.
Yeah, how we doing, guys? Pleasure to be a part of the show. Thanks for having me.
It's so good to see you in person, but you need to go change immediately. What the heck are you
Atwater.
Broncos fan, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, we need
Broncos caused me a lot of pain over the years. I have not gotten over that. I just want you to know.
Elway, Tebow. That's really all I need to know. Elway, Tebow. You get to pick. Go ahead.
Could I sleep on it?
If you have to.
Listen, arguably, Tebow threw the best slant I've ever seen in NFL history to beat Pittsburgh in an overtime in the playoffs. If you do that one play, I'm good.
I was at Buffalo Wild Wings when I saw that. Yeah,
I remember that. You remember that 100%. It's going to be a crazy year this year. Unfortunately, with everything going on, one of the things that I noticed is we got a lot of players opting out this year, which is going to could change the game. And I know, Jeff,
yes.
You were teasing me earlier and wanted to talk a little bit about my man, Ray Lewis. So I'm going to let you start that conversation.
I was pleased that I had Ray Lewis news that you didn't have. It's actually Ray Lewis' son's news. He's got two. They both will transfer to the University of Kentucky. Apparently, They prefer basketball over football. But anyway, neither one of them are linebackers, but they're both now on the Kentucky Wildcats. And I thought
his youngest son runs like the wind.
Yeah,
the kid can flat out fly.
One's a DB special teamers and one's a receiver, if I remember correctly. I didn't read.
Yes, it's the DB special teamer that kid is just fast.
Yeah,
both of them have talent. I mean, Ray's been out. I've seen videos locally here of him out supporting his kids and doing all that. Hey, Kentucky, great, middle of the country and everything. Probably probably good for them, and I hope it works out. But
It'd be cool to be able to play with your brother. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I just think it's a cool story, and I know you love him, so I thought I'd share that.
yeah, I do love Ray. You know, I have that video which I shared on Instagram and all before, where he sent me
It's pretty cool.
a message, when I was in the hospital, and for him to do that, I'd spent a whole day with him in Virginia, and I know Kelly will appreciate this with being a person who served our country and stood a post. Ray went down with me and several other people, and he visited wounded warriors and sat and signed autographs and took pictures and met Gold Star families and 5-star families, and I got to spend the afternoon with him. That was about 2 years ago, and it was, I tell you, the guy, I went to shake his hand. It was like grasping a iron. It was like a rock, and thank God he didn't break my hand. But it was good to sit there and talk with him a little bit, and he was extremely courteous. And the greatest thing he did for me was I got that picture of where he's got Ben Roethlisberger on the ground, and he's kneeling right above him after he killed him that one time.
Sweet.
And he signed it to Preston, and it's on a huge, it's like 3 feet by 4 foot picture in my basement.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. So it's one of my pride and joys. But let's talk about some of these guys that are opting out. One of them right off the bat was one of Kelly's guys for the Kansas City Chiefs was first on the list when I was reading this today and checking it out. Is it your running back? Who's 26? It would be
Doggone it. I just had that.
I can see it from here on the back of his jersey. It says, "I'm afraid of the Chargers linebackers." That's what his last name is.
No.
I think that actually is the Chargers, isn't it? Okay, yeah, it is. There's a bunch opting out. The Patriots, according to this article, and this was off of ESPN.com, were hit the hardest. Their line is an absolute mess.
The Chiefs, really?
Yeah, no, the Patriots.
Oh,
Patriots.
Yeah, the phrase that's in the article says whether it's Cam Newton or Jaron Stibbert at quarterback, he'll be playing behind an offensive line that just lost tackle Marcus Cannon, who opted out.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that.
So
they've lost 8 players.
wow.
Wow.
Just New England
And
took
if
8 of the 66. Kansas City's lost 3.
If you think Belichick doesn't have something to do with that one way or another, I don't know if he's
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think we're playing, guys. I just don't think we're playing.
Right now, they're on track.
So-
Now, they're on track.
Damian Williams was the first one from Kansas City.
That's the one.
And then we've got a lineman, Tardif, and then a rookie opted out. First year.
That's surprising.
That surprises me too. Ncaa.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
He's from Connecticut.
Yeah.
He's a New Canaan native.
He opted out. Now the option to opt out for the NFL closed at 4:00 today.
Yeah, some of the players are pretty unhappy
right
about
now.
it. Which doesn't even make sense to me. What does that even mean? So if I'm an NFL player and I opt out tomorrow, what are they going to do?
I guess
True.
I don't know.
Well, you don't get your guaranteed money or anything like that may be affected by that.
Yeah,
They may have told him that you.
Travis Benjamin, wide receiver, San Fran.
There's no way they can make a competent, educated decision on what's going to happen in August and September
Based off of
today.
Right.
Hearns.
Whatever it is. There's no way.
Like your boy Hearns that used to be in Dallas for Miami, he opted out.
There's the flip side to this. Look at a lot of the free agents that are going to be available that'll probably get a job this year because of it.
Yeah. And they're giving them cap relief for it too. So I did see that on there. So Kelly, I see that the chat is jumping around. We got 33 friends in here. I saw we got some new people came in.
Yeah, you got Mr. Willie Parker is here.
Hey, Willie.
Addie Family Adventures is here as well. Jonathan Chong is here. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for being here.
Mike 88 and 1C just popped in.
CJ Mosley.
Hey, Mike.
That's interesting. That's going to be a fun year. Jim says, nice Ray Lewis story, Pete. I once saw former Lions defensive end Robert Porcher eating at IHOP. That's a pretty cool.
I've been known to get IHOP myself. That's pretty good. Do you see the XFL is not dead?
Yeah.
Did you see who bought into it?
I did.
The Rock.
Trying to get one eyebrow to move up, but I can't do it because I have 2 eyebrows.
let me tell you something. I've watched that guy for a long time. I have the luxury of having inside information, about him and his character and the way he is from years ago, from people that know him in the business very well. And he is a person of extremely high character.
I've heard that, and I'm happy to hear you say that.
He's an amazing father, and he's a very good investor, Jeff. I know you appreciate that.
I do.
And now he's involved with the XFL. And I'll tell you what, from all the years of watching, I mean, so many great wrestlers that have come through, because I'm a wrestling fan, and especially old school. Just watching his fluidity on a microphone is absolutely ludicrous. He can stop on the dime and pivot and go one direction and go the other, and it's impressive to watch if you appreciate what it is. It's a sports soap opera.
I can't quite smell what you're cooking, or something like that. But I understand what you're saying.
That whole thing is fantastic. I mean, he's doing so well with his movies. I guess he didn't have to go beat up his body anymore. God bless. I don't blame him for doing that. You look at some.
Gets to run around with Karen Gillian in a little tiny tank top, and
yeah, that's tough life. It's tough.
Feel like he's winning. Yeah, have you seen the video of him and his sweet little daughter when it's Maui singing in Moana, and his daddy Maui? She's like, no, it's the cutest thing in the world. Have you guys seen that?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you got to see it.
He sings in it and everything too. On his own, does some nice singing. I've heard a couple songs on the Disney.
The video with his daughter on his lap, listening to him sing as Maui, is the cutest.
I haven't seen that.
You got to look it up. It's hilarious. Sweetest.
Trey, you got a Mile High City. Now, are you from there? How'd you fall in love with the Denver? Was it your local team? Just a team you picked up?
No. Actually, when I was young, real young, I was a Pats fan, just being in the New England area. And when Denver faced off against Doug Williams and the Redskins in the Super Bowl, my cousin was in high school, and we were watching the game together, and he had a friendly bet, and he had actually bet that the Redskins would win. And because I was a little kid, I wanted to root against them. So I rooted for the Broncos that game, and I've just, followed them ever since.
That's fantastic. That
is fun. I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not a fan because I'm from San Diego, so I'm a Chargers fan, but I always love Elway. That guy. I wanted to be him and Moreno were the dudes that in my, P brand I tried to be. It didn't quite work out. But.
Right. Well, and we're glad that that AJ came on and joined us. He'll be joining us week 4 when the Broncos face off with the Jets. And if you're watching this video and you're a fan of the following teams, we're still looking for some new friends to join us and talk about their teams, and that would be the Houston Texans, the Bengals, the Browns, the Jets.
Mr. Willie is not eligible anymore after what he just put in chat.
The Buffalo Bills. We're looking for somebody for that night to join us and talk about their Bills. The Cardinals and the Seahawks. The Seahawks really surprised me. They talk about their 12th fan, yet we haven't been able to find any one of their 12 just yet to join us.
They're all protesting.
And then the Los Vegas Raiders. We don't have anybody that wants to come out for them yet either. So
they're all in jail still, but they might get paroled.
So if you're a fan of those teams and you're interested in joining us throughout the year and chatting about your teams, it is a little bit of smack talk, but we do talk a lot of football, a lot of college, and everything else going on just a little bit. One of the other things we have going is we have our Pick'em League, which we have 37 people in right now. It is a completely free opportunity to enter. It is going to be for bragging rights and a $100 Visa gift card to the winner. So we want to fill that up. So if you're a fan and you're interested in doing the Pick'em League, it's very simple. It's go in each week. You look at the games. It's all on it's a website that we have. You go in, you pick who's going to win. You get a point if you're right, 0 if you don't. More points you get, the higher your rank, and we will rank it out throughout the year. So that'll be exciting. And the way you get onto that is on the front of my page, on my About page on here, and with there we go, Stacy Rogers on it. There is my email right there in the chat. You can send me a note, and I will get with you and get you signed up, taking the responsibilities for our team, for the 3 of us, because these 2 gentlemen are live almost every day, and I'm not far behind trying to chase them. You want to be like Mike. I want to be like Kelly. So
it's time to raise the bar, big guy. Time to raise the bar.
Yeah. So we've asked everybody, Andre, as they've been on, what's your thoughts on the teams playing with empty stadiums and stuff like that this year?
After watching some of the NBA that's been going on in empty stadiums, it's going to be different. Certain players are just made to feed off of the crowd, and I don't know how that's going to affect their style of play. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched any of the NBA games in the arenas where they're pumping the crowd noise and they have the jumbotrons with
the lighting freaks me out.
Yeah, it's definitely off. I think because of that, you might actually see some teams that don't typically play in front of a packed house, or teams that are used to losing perform a little better because they don't usually have that.
So you're saying the Chargers have a chance this year?
Well, without Phillip Rivers, I mean, obviously.
I agree. Actually, I love him, but I like it. I like it when they throw to your, the team with the same jersey that you're wearing. So
that usually helps.
Love him, but he's done. Lucky you.
I think you're going to see, a couple teams that people don't expect to perform well perform above expectations simply because, like you look at teams who, like the Raiders, they're a team that always thrives off their crowd. The Chargers, they haven't played a home game, and I don't even know when.
The Seahawks with the big deep, the loud crowds. KC, frankly, I think you're right there.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I think Miami may be a team that performs above expectations.
The expectations are only 16, so you bet you're right on that one.
That's very true. It'll be interesting.
How do you think you guys are going to do with Jawan James opting out?
He's not the only one either. We've had two. The guy.
By the way, I just saw a headline pop up.
Sutton, I think it was.
I don't know who that is.
I think Cortland Sutton opted out.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think I did see that. 67. It's going to go up. I don't care when the deadline was. It's going to go up. I don't care. What are they? Oh, I can't opt out anymore. I would opt out 3 days later just to tell them to shut up. How about that? Like, I don't understand it at all. This is too early to know.
Juwan James is definitely going to hurt.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned though, we're going to have some if we play, we'll have some surprise teams. Having 60 to 100 players opt out, it's going to ensure that. And there's been no big stars yet. There will be. I bet Zeke opts out if we play here in Dallas. I bet he will.
I just wanted to share this.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We need to get you a new hat. So this is what the NFL shop is selling right now.
Apparently they've got like Odell Beckham in charge of spelling then, because what the heck is that?
So it's the Denver Broncos.
Is that a dice game?
This is a true deal. The NFL.
No.
NFL. I'm telling you right now, it is.
Wow.
Yep. They were actually selling this online, this hat online at the NFL shop.
And
then somebody said, you spelled Broncos wrong.
That's
crazy?
One of those things like, what was it, the Billy Ripken card of like 1984 where something was spelled wrong and now it's worth something like 6 figures?
It was spelled correctly.
The hat now.
It was just what was spelled on it. And I have 3 of those.
I used to have a few of them, but not anymore.
I have 3 of those. So
they used to be worth money. Now they're worth.
Kelly, did I miss anybody else jumping in here at the last couple minutes? I saw Jake Moeller.
You probably did.
Okay.
Jake Moeller's here. I don't know if I said hi to Mickey Walker or not. Brittany Morgan is here as well. Guys, welcome in. Thank you for being here.
Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. Right around 40 friends hanging out with us tonight.
I apologize about the logo.
I see the Lynn Project in here also. She picks her football team based on favorite color combos. Seahawks for me, very flattering. LOL, Browns, ooh. Lynn Project does go after us.
Sounds just like her, by the way.
We love the Lynn Project. We encourage everybody to go over and say hello to Lynn on her channel afterwards. The great thing about Lynn's comment there, and I'm going to throw it up here. It's in the chat. The reason I love it and the reason it jumped to me is I don't know if anybody ever watched the TV show What's Happening.
Yes.
No,
I never heard of it.
Do you ever remember that that it was Rerun's brother, Rollo, who was betting on football, based on the color of the uniforms.
What's wrong with you?
I remember that.
I do now, but I wouldn't have before you said it. You're a freak of nature.
Episode.
What the heck?
I love that episode. Surfer Girl, welcome in. Great to see you in here.
Because you made it on topic. WKRP in Cincinnati, the turkey version. Is it anybody?
Oh, WKRP when they dropped them out of the helicopter?
I almost bought a shirt 2 nights ago. I'm gonna find it.
I honestly thought turkeys could fly. That's the greatest Mr. Jameson.
Yeah.
With you. I love that you know that. Oh my gosh.
It was actually more like this. Travis, I honestly thought turkeys could fly.
That was a great show.
That was a great episode.
That was a great
absolutely fantastic. But that's what the great thing about this game is all about, is the fact that we can enjoy watching it, that we can hopefully get some time watching it. But I've been watching a lot of baseball lately. It's been enjoyable. Even though there is no crowds there, I will say it's weird when a player makes an error and they actually kind of give a ooh.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic. Look at that. That's absolutely fantastic. So I'm hoping that they play. We will wait and see. Rock and Robin, good to see you in here.
Surfer Gold, 326. Welcome in.
The Orioles are tied 6-6. We've had a rough couple days with the lowly Marlins in town. So
all the Browns talk makes me want to bring up a subject. How come we're mad at the Redskins for coming up with no logo when the Browns are like, hold my beer, I've had no logo for like ever?
Well, they're the Browns. They've stayed that whole logo.
Their name is actually a color.
Yes, their name is a color.
So let's lay off the Redskins a little bit. At least they have a future name coming.
Producer's in house right now.
Preston.
What's up, Preston?
Yeah, if you turn off the AC and leave the door open. So just say hello to the gentleman.
Carefully, if you turn it off, it may not start again.
Yeah, don't do it, Kelly. Whatever happened to Kelly's house, do not do that. So
sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, interesting.
It's a good thing you're rich.
All right, you go to bed.
Now I know why you had to pick 2 teams to like. Okay.
I mean, I keep going around.
It should be interesting when you talk about that division. I mean, you got your Chargers.
My Chargers.
You got Denver. You got who else in that division? Oakland or
I think that's it. Let's leave it at those 3 because
that's basically. Yeah. But it's an interesting division that could go anywhere. Realistically,
I think Mahomes is going to be too busy managing the Royals and running that team. He's forget about the football season.
Well, and go to the bank. I mean, how often is he just stand in line all day and just shovel it in? Come on, keep him coming.
I mean, he's a smart kid. He's investing.
In my mind, Kansas City.
Royals?
Kansas City's still the team to beat in the division.
Oh, yeah.
But out of the other 3 teams, it's really a coin flip. Especially.
You know what would be the baller move of all time? Mahomes opting out this year. I'm just saying that would be the greatest thing ever. I'd sign a contract for all the dollars. I'm gonna take my toys home and go play at my house. Thank you.
Worry about the Royals.
That'd be even better. He can go manage them while he's not playing for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Go play for the Royals.
Yeah, he probably could.
Yes, he could.
Orange Clone Vlog, welcome in Detroit Disney Duo. Welcome in. Good to see you. We're talking tonight with our couch coach for the Denver Broncos or Broncos, depending on how the NFL is looking at it. Andre is here with us, and we are excited he's joining us tonight. Jim from More Sunshine, please get out there and says, on Cheers, when asked why she was so sure the Braves would beat the Dolphins, Diane said, come on, Sam, a bear versus a dolphin. That is true. That is a great Cheers episode for the reference of the Bears, which was always funny.
And disrespectful as heck, because dolphins are freaking awesome. The animal, not.
Yeah, that's the great thing. Tina McNeil joining us. I see her.
Tina,
great to see you here. We've still got 41 friends in house. During the year, we're going to be chatting and watching the games live. We'll be here for the whole game. Again, we will be floating between the 3 of our channels. We will be starting out the first 2 games of the season in those 2 gentlemen's place. I will take the 3rd one because they've been kind enough to put me on all fall or whatever you want to call this all season here, as I've tried to grow my
Actually,
apples.
the preseason might last for quite some time, so you never know.
As soon as we start, it'll go over to you, or like I said, I'm getting close, so it can go over to you guys at any point. So Kelly was first.
I only put my hand up because he put his hand up.
Okay.
So just yesterday, it came out that the Denver Broncos they're being ranked last in the NFL for defense. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, so do I.
Who's worse?
And I don't.
Where
here's the deal. I don't like Denver. Okay, we've got a lot of animosity and built up tension with Denver. They ruined a lot of seasons for me.
I hate it when I agree with you on football, but man, I'm
Marty. But I can't see them being the worst. I don't understand.
really.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
Broncos ranked worst. I'm sorry, not defensive line. I apologize. Offensive line in the entire NFL.
That I could see. That I could absolutely see. They drafted.
I apologize. I did say that wrong.
They drafted the center Cushenberry in the third round, who was projected to be, an NFL starter.
Yeah, he's supposed to be good.
They signed the offensive lineman from, I think it was with Detroit, Glasgow.
Yeah, Graham Glasgow.
Oh, that's right. They did sign him.
Yeah,
I didn't think that was a stretch. Their defense is certainly in the bottom third, right? Am I crazy? I mean, you're talking about offensive line now, but their defense is going to be pretty bad.
It'll be interesting. I'm curious.
Here's the thing when it comes to watching Denver this year. If you're expecting the same Denver re-signed virtually their whole starting offensive team and their defensive team is either rookies or signed. It's a completely different team from last year. So it's all going to matter. I mean, they signed AJ Bouye. They got Jarrell Casey, Von Miller. They got another.
I'm a fan of Miller, but boy, he's been down the last year and a half.
Yeah, he has. But I think part of that is because they had nobody else.
I'm sure you're right, because why wouldn't you double him? I'm sure you're 100% right.
Right.
100%. I agree with you.
No, but I mean, for all you know, it could be his age showing. They got
it's hard to know.
Jarrell Casey.
I think you make a good point about him being the only guy to block.
The Disney Digest, welcome you guys in. We saw you join Annie Coog 86.
Hey, Annie.
Thank you for coming in and hanging out.
Sorry about your husband's team.
And pass holder pair. I know Kelly's working on stats and following, so I'm helping him out a little bit with the chat. We're working together with the team.
I had him. You're
Did
good,
you?
though.
My fault. I thought you've been pulling up so many stats. I was like, holy cow.
Annie Coog 86. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, Annie.
He's got a gun.
Again, if you like what you're seeing and you want to talk football with us during the year, we're going to be talking live during the games. If they don't have games, we'll still be here talking whatever football we can, a little bit of Disney, having some fun, joking around because it is
fixing the stupid logo, stuff like that.
Stupid logos. I'll have another one next week.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, we were talking earlier about Denver. I always have them right here in the back of my head. I never, for some reason, to this day, I still not underestimate them when I'm playing. Chargers, I don't worry about. They're Chargers. Denver always spooks me for some reason.
Especially in Denver to take you seriously for a half of a tenth of a second.
I won't disagree with that. I don't know why. And if it's just because all those years with playing Marty ball and through all those years, we'd get down to the last thing and it'd be like 3 seconds left. Touchdown. Are you kidding me? We lose the playoffs again to Denver again.
Denver has no excuse. They have no excuse to not score points this year with the way Elway drafted. They brought in Jerry Jeudy. That's the one thing that they can't do.
It's kind of important.
Yeah. No, we'll see. Garrett Bowles is arguably the worst left tackle in the whole entire NFL. They wasted a first-round pick on him several years ago, and they still have him starting. I don't know. I could probably go start and have less holding penalties and not get Drew Lock killed in his second year.
I actually like Drew Lock. I don't like to say anything nice about your Broncos, but I think Drew Lock's got a future if they can block for him.
Yeah, if he can stay upright, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he has weapons now with Judy and Hamler, and
that Judy kid could be a star.
He could.
Yeah.
But if you can't get him the ball, what good could he be?
Yeah.
That's
totally right. Totally right.
Donna Jaworski, welcome into the house.
Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Mod extraordinaire. We're really glad to have you. We've got some great mods in here for right tonight, which is great. We always appreciate their support. Dre and Donna, Stacy, Waka Waka's in here. I saw Tina's in here. So we appreciate it, value them so much. And it's why they were all recognized with a Muppet badge of honor this year. The interesting thing is I'm sitting here and the phone hasn't rang all night, which has been kind of quiet and nice for the first time in a long time. Phone lines
here,
are,
but I can call you if you want me to.
no, it's okay, Jeff. If anybody wants to call in and talk with either one of my co-hosts or with Andre here tonight, we are talking a little bit of the NFL. Again, we do have a pick'em pool going. We encourage you to email me and let me know you want to get in, jump in. We'd love to see it get up over 50 people in there, talk a little smack this year. It's free. And that's the, one 4-letter word that everybody seems to love, but you never know. Let me take this phone call. Yes, you're on right now with the NFL Watch Party.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you didn't feel left out or lonely that no one called you.
That's what I was going to do.
I appreciate that. Myers for the mouse in stereo in your house. I love.
I got to reevaluate my life because I was going to do that. And if I'm thinking like Kelly, something's wrong.
We have been hanging out together too long, my friend.
I guess so. I got a question for our resident Denver Broncos guest on the night.
Yes,
this
sir.
season, assuming we have a season, it's likely we won't have fans. Your Denver Broncos, clearly legendary home field advantage. Do you think it's because of the elevation? Do you think it's because of the fans? Do you think you'll still have a home field advantage in Denver if we play with nobody in the stands?
I think it's more due to just the fact that they constantly are training and they play 8 games
I think so too.
I don't think the fans really have. I mean,
AJ, I agree with you. That's why I asked the question. I think that Denver will have the one and potentially only home field advantage this year. Now, I think their roster means that doesn't matter, but I really agree with what you just said. I don't think the fans make even a 1%.
how high are the? What about the Raiders in Vegas?
I'm sure it's going to be elevation, but it's going to be less than half of a mile.
Yeah, it'll be a little elevation, not much, but it's hard to say. That's a good point. Joshua Thompson, welcome in. Tim Pruitt, welcome in. Phone lines have been full. Let's take a call. Let's go out. New Jersey, New York area. It looks like you're calling in. You're on live with the NFL Watch Party. Go ahead, my friend.
Hey, it's Rob Fuzz here. Just checking in. Let's go Giants.
Rob Fuzz.
I didn't get any calls, so I'm on the call. So.
That is the smooth sounds of Rob Fuzz. He is one of our couch quarterbacks.
Hey, Rob.
We always love to talk to him. Rob, everything's safe up there in your neck of the woods after this?
We're good. We have power. We're good. So it's all good.
So you're telling me
Eli
right now,
we miss him.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Tell Eli we miss him.
He misses him too. Do me a favor, Rob. Make sure to go out and double check that enormous pool you got and make sure that everything's good to go with it. All right.
I'm actually poolside now outside, so believe it or not. So.
God bless you. We love you, kid. Thanks for calling in.
Great show.
Rob Fuzz on your YouTube.
Rob's a good guy.
Good man. Does a good channel. Check out his content. I guarantee you're going to want to stay around. He is, we've had Prince Charming Dev on my other channel, and he was friends with Goofy. Rob Fuzz is friends with Bon Jovi. I'm not sure who's more important. So it's hard to say there.
Somebody needs to do a Goofy sings Bon Jovi song looking at you, Kelly. Come on.
I don't sing. Where'd you get that from?
Call your lawyer, see if he knows somebody.
Okay, I'll check with Sal.
Yeah, check with him. He'd always.
How come when you said check with Sal, you look behind you? Now I'm nervous for you. Is he back there?
I heard the door and I had to make sure.
Sal, back off. Give him some room.
Movie Mania Nick, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
I think he lives in the basement.
Here's the interesting thing too is they haven't really said they have the official schedules out for what it's supposed to be. I'm curious if they're going to look at changing things and make it more regionalized, like college did.
The Raiders owner wasn't supposed to let it out, but did a couple weeks ago. We talked about it on the show. There's 3 options: a 16 game, a 12 game, and a no game option for the NFL. And the Raiders guy wasn't supposed to share that, and he did. So yeah, I think what's going on in the NHL and what's going on in the NBA versus what's going on in Major League Baseball is going to be something they have to look at. I mean, in a bubble, nobody's getting it. jump in a plane and drive or fly somewhere. Not everybody's getting it, but 2 or 3 teams have already had to not play. I think you need to go bubble or not play.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And while it might be a little more difficult with NFL in a bubble, because if you think about, I know one of the logistics behind MLB not wanting a bubble was the amount of players on the roster,
Yes,
the amount of teams in the bubble, and how they would house all of them. Now you have NFL rosters. How many bubbles?
2.5 times the size. Roster.
Exactly. So how many bubbles are you looking at around the nation?
Totally right.
You know, that's going to be logistics.
You sure you're a Broncos fan? You're making a lot of sense.
Kelly, I think we had some other friends join us here just recently. Have you been on that?
Well, yeah, Ed and Mindy from the Viper Project are here. Those are definitely friends first. Then there's Tracy Glenn.
Hey, Tracy.
I will count him as a friend.
Just kidding. Oh, wow. Ouch. Just getting out of class.
Tracy's a good man.
Tracy, my brother, good to see you in here. Welcome in, my friend.
Awesome. Kay Atwood, I saw join too. Did I?
Kay. Yeah, we did say hi to Kay.
Nice. This is awesome. 44 friends here joining us right now. Again, tonight we are real happy to have our Denver Broncos couch coach. It is Dre Houston's number 1. He's AJ or Andre. He goes by either. Right now, he's not getting punched, punch of duty by my 2 co-hosts. I was worried being a Denver fan. What we like tonight, but we are good to go. Tracy Glenn is yelling, "Go Cowboys!" Jeff has got some backup here. You're going to want to follow Dole Whip Dad and Kelly Myers in the Mouse during the season. We're going to be rotating this show across their channel, having a lot of fun, talking a lot of football, seeing who's in first place. Right now, the Cowboys are in first place.
So the Chargers. Woohoo, baby.
Kelly, he doesn't even want to answer. He doesn't even want to comment.
He's just sitting behind his stupid logo up there, pissing me off.
He's enjoying it.
I wanted to ask you guys a question, and Gary brought it up about Uconn opting out of the NCAA football season.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's going to be just the first of many, or do you think that they're going to be the lone wolf?
I think it's first of many.
I think it's a lot of the smaller schools. I think the bigger ones are going to stay for the money as much as they can.
I don't think a lot of these places are going to be able to afford to try to keep up with what they're going to have to do. Some of these companies out there in a matter of 3 months have spent $500 million just taking care of their people so they can operate. How in the world is a football team, like a college team, going to spend all that money for the extra laundry facilities, the social distancing, the hand sanitizer, there's a whole lot to think about this. It just isn't about 2 guys with face masks going at it on the line here. There's more to it when you look at these colleges and how much it's going to cost them to operate under this circumstance.
So I agree with you wholeheartely. However, the NCAA last year made over $2 billion. Multiple universities made over $100 million just on football, just on sports. So I think the powers that be will not get what they want, but they're going to want to play, especially football, above and beyond students even being on campus. I think there's going to be, I would say, a likelihood that people won't even be on campus except for the football program. We'll see what happens.
It's a good possibility. It truly is.
Money. Hey, how are you?
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Are you a Chargers fan?
This is Ruby.
A Chargers
Ruby's
fan.
not
Nice
really
to
a
meet you.
football fan.
Oh, that's okay. It's better than being a Broncos fan.
Welcome to YouTube.
Oh, that's great, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Nice to meet you.
That would be Jeff's moniker all year. Anybody that pops in, are you a Chargers fan? I love it. It's been interesting with everything that's going on with so much. They're talking that we're getting closer to finding a serum or antidote. I don't know how much the election's going to play into it. There's so many wild factors out there. They do have some good companies involved in it, like Pfizer and some of the other ones. I just hope they figure it out because we didn't have to go last year without football. This thing really hit us kind of after football was over.
Yeah.
I remember. Go ahead, Kelly.
Well, let's think about somebody brought it up in here about seniors. Let's think about the seniors. This is
I
their
know.
last year to play college football. Oh my gosh. They may not play. And if they do play, they may not play like they normally would play. So are they going to get the recognition? Are they going to get the scouts to check them out like they, can you count their stats as being good if they play part of a season and not a whole season?
Well, just the development too. Like minor league baseball, they're not even having minor league baseball this year. So what do you do?
Right.
No, I haven't heard anything. I'm wondering if you guys had. So if UConn opts out, I wonder what the transfer policy will be for players who.
I don't know anything, but I'll be shocked if they don't go insanely liberal in the not political sense of the word. I'm not trying to be political. Liberal in the everybody gets whatever they want kind of attitude, because it's not their fault. Just like
right.
You can't hold somebody accountable for a decision that they didn't get to make themselves. So they should have the option to stay. Now, who gets screwed there is the sophomores and juniors, or even the freshmen coming in. But have a five. The truth is, we have 5 and even sometimes 6 years of students on a team. We just don't pretend like it's 4, so it's not that big of a deal. But
Rob Wheat's got a good comment. If the NCAA doesn't generate revenue through football, most varsity sports across the board will be cut severely.
that's exactly right. Football, and men's NCAA basketball is profitable. Men's NCAA football is profitable. Everything else takes a loss. Everything else takes a loss. That's
crazy. Orlando guy, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. Cheryl Long is joining the party. Yes, 66 players have opted out already. You're absolutely right. That's what we were talking about.
I love this. Oh, and you had to opt out today thing. What? Sure. Oh, no, I have to play. Mom, they're making that. It's not right.
I think they're all just trying to figure out where we're at. 46 friends in here with us tonight. Thank you again for joining us. This is the NFL Watch Party. Thursday nights here, 9 o'clock until the season starts. When we start actually getting some games, there will not be preseason because it's already been canceled. When we start getting games in early September, Jeff will have his football to throw into the TV every time a play goes wrong that he doesn't like.
Oh, my team's never happened. Not a chance.
But we will be rotating the show and having a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I missed most of that last year with these two gentlemen. They took the ball and ran not only for a touchdown, they ran all the way to the Hall of Fame. As far as
I think you were faking it. You were just worried about your Ravens, but it worked out pretty good.
Brother, I wish I was faking it. The first year
I wish you were too, buddy.
The first year that I'm actually enjoying watching the Ravens, I go down, miss half of it. I wake up, Kelly's in the Super Bowl.
All right.
They're losing. I go to bed. I turn it back on. Kelly's jumping up and down. They're all of a sudden winning.
Your football season was different than ours. That's true. I remember you're saying, man, I don't know if I believe in this Lamar Jackson guy. And then he has one of the great quarterback seasons ever.
And then all of a sudden I'm in a coma.
I know what I'm saying. Crazy.
I don't know what I did. So, but look, I'm looking forward to this year and sitting and talking. Captain Akron, good to see you.
Come on, buddy.
Mr. 7 in the house with us here. A lot of friends joining us throughout the night. We encourage the chat to join in, be a part of the show, and throw your comments up there. We try to get to everybody as we can. Having a unique perspective from 40 or 50 friends that are sitting talking a little bit of football. You never know. We talked about college for a second with Connecticut, opting out. We talked about the seniors that are going out. It'll be interesting to see if a lot of those college teams start opting out next year with the draft. How much does that affect a player's prognosis when they're talking about
how much it'll change the draft? That makes a good point. We're big draft. I'm a big draft fan.
Yep.
It's going to be a crapshoot times 10, which might make it even more fun, really.
I don't know.
Trevor Lawrence is already number 1, I can tell you that. But other than that, what the heck are you going to do?
That kid is a stud. Clemson, he's impressive.
Best quarterback prospect, in my never so humble opinion, since Mr. John Elway.
Yeah, there you go.
Serious.
He's the real deal.
Oh, absolutely.
He is absolutely the real deal.
Absolutely.
That's a heck of a compliment. So the question is, who plays the lottery? I was just trying to figure out what was going on there for a second. I figured
he did a haircut all of a sudden. I don't know.
His microphone was falling apart, and he's putting his microphone cover on there. It'll be interesting. Oh, God, here we go.
Well, I got to beat Kelly. Yeah. Sick of his hair thing.
A Mike Trout hat, which Preston actually wanted me to go get him one of those. And I'm like, absolutely not. That's not happening.
It's pretty hideous.
Not in my house.
So we ended up coming home with a jumbo baby Yoda that was 3 times.
Oh, there you go. I feel like you're winning, actually.
What's going to happen?
What the heck are you doing? Can you? Oh, I'm creeped out.
That
How'd you get Zip's hair?
It's an X.
This is Zip's hair right here. If you ever wondered where it all went, I have it right here.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
How did that
hair
work out when you opened that mail?
I need everybody that's in the chat that follows Patrick or Zippity Doodad on Twitter to tweet out to Patrick. You just saw his hair.
There you go.
On the NFL watch party in the hands of Myers and the Mouse. And just let him wonder what is going on. Because I guarantee you, all of a sudden, Zippity Doodad will show up in the chat. So,
I like it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So, look, we've had a lot of fun here. 9:51, obviously, coming up on 9 minutes. Again, we really want to thank Andre for coming on with us and talking a little bit about his Broncos. As we start to sum it up here, we always throw it out for a final thought. Andre, just your final thought on, this year and sports and anything else you want. And we're excited to have you on as a couch coach for us this year.
First of all, thanks for having me on, guys. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to the next time I'll be able to chat with you guys. It's a lot of fun. Sports this year, like we previously touched upon, we're going to see things that are completely different than what we're used to. To see performances that you didn't think were going to happen or even possible. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to make a very bold prediction.
I like that.
That does not directly involve any team. We spoke earlier about The Rock and his, intelligence and, his ability to invest properly. My bold prediction, college football season does not get played this year. I don't believe the NFL will get played successfully for a full season. XFL has few enough teams playing in a bubble. You might see seniors leave college early, go to the XFL for this season.
Yeah, I like it.
In a two-city, let's say it's the Orlando area, the southeast, northwest. 4 teams in each bubble, maybe 6.
Get some good TV contracts, put some stuff on TV. I like this idea so much, I'm going to pretend like it was my idea. Hey, I got this idea.
I'll tell you what. Andre just earned his per diem for being on the show tonight. Brought it in and knocked it out the park.
I would not be surprised if something along those lines happened. If the XFL was used as like a draft showcase, along with some other players, obviously.
That's good
for their future, for the future players.
That's a great idea. I love it.
And they could do that even, December, January, February, March, as a showcase.
Absolutely.
Because the world will be different / better then, right?
Yeah. You can push it. Even if they push the draft back a little bit, the XFL could be, January, February, March, April, May. You can look.
Yeah, they could adjust. That's a good point.
I'm going to do a video on my channel and pretend like that was my idea. That is perfect.
I love it. I am seeing tweets going out about Zip's hair, so that's fantastic.
Nice. Good job.
Let's take it around, Jeff. Talk a little bit about what you got going.
I can't beat that. So what he said, Kelly, you're up.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of take from Andre there. I'm going to kind of make a prediction. If the NFL does play, which I still say we're at 50-50 on it, to be honest with you. Yeah. But if they do play, we will see one of the free agents that didn't get picked up at the beginning of this year and debacle that gets picked up to take a place of somebody else who opted out will be a star.
I like
somebody because here's the deal. You get people in that type of position, and if they're hungry enough, they will outperform what their own expectations are. So at least one of those people will probably be a bright, shining star out of this. So somebody will be successful.
So be able to take an opportunity to run with it. I love that.
Yep. I love it.
Yep.
Isaac Nail, great to see you coming in here at the end. We got 22 likes right now. We got 44 friends watching. I would just get you guys, let's double us up if you could. Give us a couple more of those thumbs up. It tells YouTube we're doing a good job.
Oh, hey, nothing personal, but I didn't like it. But now I did. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's fine. You don't have to like it.
I did now.
You all are going to make me say it. Bop, bop, bop that like button.
Bop that like button. These two gentlemen go live almost every day or every other day with great content throughout their shows. I highly encourage you to go check out Dole Whip Dad, Myers and the Mouse. Take a look at both of their content, and you'll do what I did. I found these gentlemen a long time ago because I was a fan looking for stuff on YouTube to watch. I subscribed to both of them, and by the grace of God, became their friends, and that's the best thing around. So take a look at their channels, and I guarantee you, you're going to want to subscribe and stay around for a little bit. This past week, yes, go ahead.
Good news, there's over 50 likes. I think you just didn't refresh because there's like a million.
Okay, nice. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm on Preston's thing here, so
I blame Preston too.
We blame Preston as well. Yep.
This past Sunday, Dole Whip Dad was the guest on my show on Sunday night. You can watch that on my channel here in the Disney Innovators playlist. He had a unique question for my next guest, who this Sunday will be Myers and the Mouse with Mama Mouse in the house.
Mama.
So we're going to have some great questions. I'm looking forward
I got some questions for her too. I'll have to email you later.
You can send me your questions for Kelly. If you would like me to ask Kelly some off-the-wall questions, please send them to my email. We will gladly make sure that's on there. Again, we have our Pick'em League going on. We encourage everybody to jump over, take a look at that. And if you gentlemen would hang tight here, I'll just take us out real quick. We want to sincerely thank our guest tonight. Andre was fantastic for coming in.
Nice
It was
meeting
a
you.
last-minute thing, but I'm glad you made it on. We've been planning it for a while, and we're glad you did. Please take the time to consider subscribing again after you've checked out the content, because it is quality content for both Dole Whip Dad and Myers and the Mouse. They can also be found on all the social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and every blue moon you'll find somebody on TikTok. You just never know what happens over on that platform. You will find hours of content to fulfill all of your NFL, Disney, creator content. You want to get better at being a creator, Dole Whip Dad. You want to be better at creating masks. Well, Mama Mouse is amazing and so creative on her thing. Want to recognize a couple things real quick as we go out here. First, I want to thank DC Commons. He was kind enough to send me a new logo, and he's kind of sponsored my channel for a little bit.
Wait. What logo did he send?
He sent me the Pete McDevitt logo that I'm using on Sunday nights. The one
So not the one that I'm looking at right now, right?
No, not that one.
Okay.
But I could probably get him to make one that would irritate you. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask.
Not more than I'm irritated right now with that stupid thing.
Do
you hear it?
A special Dole Whip Dad fire him up in the house night thing.
This is me.
And I'll make sure it's Stacey Rogers approved when I get it. So, but I want to thank Adam for doing a logo for me. We want to congratulate Jim More Sunshine, please. He got monetized this past week, which was awesome. We're fantastic for Jim. He's got a great channel. The Orlando guy,
Congratulations, Jim.
hit 1K. Yana Jaworski hit 1K. That is absolutely.
She hit Santa Claus 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
What?
Awesome. Awesome. Magical News Live, 5,000 subscribers in the park. We're so excited for Nick, and congratulations to him. Each week we are highlighting one of our Disney Community Muppet Badges of Honor. I had the honor of sitting with two of these gentlemen, Jeff and Kelly, along with Steve from Steve's World, representing about 17 channels in our community that came together. Acknowledgements were presented to people in the Disney community who bring the community traits like positivity, creativity, loyalty, commitment, just to name a few. We will be highlighting one each week at the end of our broadcast, leading up to the next recognition presentation in December. This week's acknowledgement was, I'm waiting to see what you're going to do. You're trying to blow that down? This week's acknowledgement was Tina McNeil. She's in here tonight with us. She was recognized for being an incredibly strong mod for many channels across, and we congratulate them.
We love her.
Program notes for this week again. Myers and the Mouse in my house Sunday night. Next Wednesday night, I'll have a new episode of my interviews with the Disney community, and we'll talk about that more on Sunday night. We want to remind you about. Go ahead.
That's only going to happen if Sal says it's okay after my stream.
Okay, good.
So I would not think, you can continue that show if for some reason you violate the terms of the contract and the agreement.
That could be very interesting.
You sound a lot like the basement guy. I'm just saying.
No, you're sadly mistaken. By the way, Mr. Dole Whip, Mr. Whip, I know where you live, so just keep that in mind as well. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I don't know if you do.
We remind everybody.
Have you seen me open any of the mail? I don't think you have.
Oh, Lord. We remind everybody the quality programming content that goes on each week. Sundays, Disney Dan, Dole Whip Dad, and Diz Our Dreams are going. Mondays, Triple P, Steve's World, Mickey Magic. Tuesdays, Zippy Doodad, Viper Project, LBV, and more Sunshine Please, all quality shows. Wednesdays, Magical News Live has been going every Wednesday just about, which is great to see. Nick and the Dis and That guys are on there. They've got a great attorney and a better manager. They are on every Wednesday night. Thursday nights, Living in Diz. The Lynn Project goes on after us. And, of course, Corey Meets World precedes us every week. Great channels there. Friday night, Rob Fuzz Live, and Friday Night Live with Resort TV 1. Finishing up Saturday, Disney World Freak, Mouse Talk, and Shep. And again, my two counterparts, Stoic Dad and Myers and the Mouse, are live every week. And, of course, weekly, you can check out some of the, I would call it, hot channels in our community. WW Couple, Super Enthused, Provost Park, and etc. Just like Myers and the Mouse and Brandy and Dave, all going live all the time. If this was your first time to our channel, well, thank you for being here. If you had a magical experience tonight, please consider subscribing on your way out. Additionally, we are very active on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Look for us there. We close every week with a final thought. The world's a better place when you put a smile on someone's face. Hopefully, we have done that for you tonight. For the absent producer, Preston, for my two co-hosts, who I respect so much, for our guest, Andre, who was here tonight, we always tell you, don't be a stranger. Don't be alone. Just be Goofy, Donald, or Jiminy Cricket. Ladies and gentlemen, good night, everybody.
Night, folks. Thanks.